Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday evening. We're so appreciative of the families that can join us live and also if you're watching us on Zoom. My name's Colette Sims. I'm the Director of Enrollment, and we have an amazing team here today for you. This Wednesday, we are meeting with our preschool, the Seedling School, and we have the administrators here. I know they're really excited to tell you more about our program. So again, stay tuned. You're in for a treat to hear from everyone. So before we get started with the presentation, I would love to have everyone on the call who works at Seedling introduce themselves. And let's start with Tasha.
Good evening. My name is Tasha McDaniels. I'm the director of the Seedling School. I have been at the Seedling School for 24 years. I've been in the field of ECE for early childhood education for 31 years. And we just want to welcome you to our school and tell you all the wonderful things about our school, and in hopes that you apply and you come check us out. Thank you.
Okay, my turn. Hi, my name is Patty Fernandez. I have been with the Seedling School for about 10 years now. I am the preschool office coordinator, and I also manage the enrollment for the preschool side.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sadie Ortiz. This is my 10th year at Seedling. I began as a preschool teacher before becoming an early childhood education coordinator.
Great. Thank you for those introductions.
So for tonight, we're going to go over a few things that we'll be talking about tonight. First, you're going to see our virtual panel series. We're going to introduce Foothills Preschool, so you'll learn about curriculum, you'll learn about our ratios, our program, our accreditation. A day in a life, you'll be learning about our daily schedule and what the preschool has to offer. Ms. Fernandez said earlier that she handles a lot of the admission process, so you'll learn a little bit about how to apply. We'd love for you to come visit our preschool for a tour. And then at the end, we'll have Q&A if you have any questions. So we look forward to any questions that you may have at the end. Thank you. Next.
Great. And as a reminder, this evening is part of our virtual panel series. We know that parents are really busy, so we wanted to offer something in the evenings, typically when you're home. And so every Wednesday night between October to December, we have a different constituency of the Foothill community come on to talk about their experiences. You're joining us this evening to hear about our preschool. In the next few weeks, we have our other teachers from other divisions coming on the call. So if you're interested in hearing from our kindergarten through second grade teachers, third through fifth grade, or sixth through eighth, you're welcome to join us over the next few Wednesdays. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, then you can click through the series. We'll round out our series by hearing from our students and an alumni mid-December. So we really hope that you can join us. And with that, we're going to start talking about our preschool program.
Okay, so here at Seedling, our program really focuses on keeping a safe and caring environment where children feel happy, they feel valued, and they're really free to explore. We balance learning and play to help each child grow socially, emotionally, physically, and academically. One of my favorite things of the Seedling School is how we also work on character building. We guide children to really be respectful, kind, and loving with each other and cooperative in their learning and their playtime. Next slide.
Our program highlights. One of the unique things about our preschool at Foothill Country Day School is that we are accredited by NAEYC, and that stands for the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And that is one of the highest preschool accreditations that a preschool can have. Our curriculum, we range anywhere from art to literature to music, language development, science, math, and so much more. One of my favorite things that, or I should say, highlights that we have at the Seedling School is our children have the opportunity to go to the library. And so our librarian has many, many years of experience, and our children have the opportunity to go listen to stories. She does puppets and finger plays. They have the opportunity to check out books. And it's a homeschool connection where the children take the books home, you read it to them, or they read it to you, and then they come back the following day and they share at circle time what their book was about, who their favorite character was, the highlights for them about their book. And then the following week, they get to choose another book. And part of that is giving them the opportunity to be responsible, to learn how to take care of a book, and just have that early learning of being responsible and being a part of the community, because our library is a huge part of our school. We also focus on social emotional well-being of students. What that means is, they're in a nurturing environment, they're in a loving environment, and we teach them, daily life skills. If they see a friend that's unhappy or sad, we will ask open-ended questions to get the children to think more about how their peers are feeling, and just being able to incorporate that into our curriculum in the daily life of the school. We also have a transitional kindergarten class, and that is a small class size, anywhere between 12 and 13 students with a teacher and assistant. And it bridges between the preschool and the kindergarten program. So a lot of the same teachers that they have for music or for art or math or science during their TK time here are also the teachers that they have during kindergarten. So it's a beautiful transition from the preschool into our K-8 program. Next slide, please. So this is our team. This is our wonderful teaching staff. All of our teachers have bachelor's degrees or advanced degrees. They have many, many years of early childhood experience. We have teachers that have, 20 years experience, all the way from to teachers that have 3 or 4 years experience, but they're all supported with additional resources of our preschool. So with our connection with our K-8 side, we share the school nurse. We have a chef that makes wonderful meals, hot meals that are brought down to the Seedling School on a daily basis. We have an amazing facilities team that helps with anything that we need. And we have an engaged administration through Foothill Country Day School. As you can see, we have Colette Sims that's also helping with our enrollment on the Seedling side. Next slide, please.
So a day in the life of one of our Seedling students includes art, literature, music and movement, language development, math, and science. The older children get to walk up to Foothill for music and library on their scheduled days. So for morning drop off, if your child is scheduled for morning care, they would be dropped off on the South Playground, where we have swings, giant magnet tiles, building blocks, a playhouse, and tabletop activities such as Play-Doh, kinetic sand. So we keep them busy all day. If your child is not registered for morning care, they would be dropped off in their classroom at 9 a.m. So for community meetings on Tuesdays and Fridays, we do something called community meetings. And this is where we gather on the South Playground and discuss a variety of topics. The children are introduced to different cultures, songs, music, careers, and celebrations. Throughout the day, they'll have centers in their classroom and outside during outside playtime. And this is during curriculum time, the teachers designate areas where children use hands-on materials that support the curriculum and self-directed play. For outdoor play, during this time teachers bring the fun out to the playgrounds. While children do have the opportunity to choose what they would like to play, teachers also set up sensory tables, obstacle courses, and other activities that help support gross motor skills. Lunchtime is around 11:15 to about 11:45. And then after that, they have another opportunity to play outside again. And then rest time, the children start to wash up for rest time around 12:45, and then they go down around 1 p.m. They wake up around 2:05 and they put their beds away, they go potty, and then they transition either home or to aftercare. An aftercare program, it starts at 2:30, and it ties in also with our enrichment classes, which are cooking, gymnastics, Spanish, soccer, yoga, and Little Ninjas, which is like a karate class. Next slide.
Okay, so transitional kindergarten. We heard about this preschool. We have this transitional kindergarten classroom on our campus at the Seedling School. However, it ties into Foothill because it is part of a 2-year kinder program for them. It's a great introduction if you are thinking of that longevity with Foothill Country Day School, because as Mrs. McDaniels said, classroom goes up to the Foothill campus for music, for art, PE, science. So it has all of those specialty classes that essentially gets them ready for that Foothill experience. It is a full day program. So our program's 9 to 2:30. And it's structured. It's structured in the way that it has those schedules for those specialty classes, but it also gives them time in the classroom. So they're not going to these specialty classes every day. They're scattered throughout the week. And so they also have that time at the Seedling School to still have that preschool experience. So essentially this experience of the TK class is for children that are turning 5 between September 1st and May 1st. This gives these kids an extra year to, to work on their social emotional skills, to work on those, gross motor skills, whatever it may be, that will help them in kindergarten that following year. I'm very excited because my child is in TK this year, and so the teachers are great. Our campus is great, and they love going to Foothill Country Day School, and we always hear, I can't wait to go to the big school. So again, if you're thinking about that K through 8 experience, and your child falls within that age range, this is a great program to look into. Next slide.
To our program, we have plenty of opportunities for parents to come in and be a part of our preschool community. You can do a presentation during community meetings on a Tuesday or Friday. We have events such as Halloween parade, field day, our annual teddy bear picnic, where parents come and spend time with their child or children and socialize with other parents. And we also have plenty of opportunities for parents to read to the other children in their child's classroom. Next slide.
Okay, so you've heard all these wonderful things and you want to apply because you want to come. So this is how to apply. We would love for you to schedule a tour. You can give us a call. There's an online tour calendar that you can look through in order to select a date that best fits your family. We do ask that you bring your child on the tour. The tours are usually either with myself, Sadie Ortiz, or our director, Hitasha McDaniels. We like for you to bring your child because we like to see them interact with the other students on campus, so they can see the space, and so you can also feel comfortable with the space and see how they react to it. The second step is filling out the application. The application's online. Children, we start enrolling at the age of 2, between 2 and 5. They do have to be fully potty trained prior to them starting at the Seedling School. We do have a priority application date of January 23rd, but that's only to get the ball rolling, to get you in our system. You've come to the school, you loved it, you applied, and then that way we make sure that when we're doing our enrollment, that you're kind of first dibs in there for the schedules that you want. But we do admit on a rolling basis. So if there ever comes a time where you're like, my child isn't potty trained yet, we always encourage you to call back and inquire to see if there's a space available, because although some spaces are limited for our younger kids, especially because those are smaller ratios, um, if there's a space, we want to fill it. So always check back if you're not ready for that September start date, because like I said, if we do have the space, we'll try to fill it as best we can. Next slide.
So we would love to meet you. We would love for you to come and visit our school. You can go on our website and schedule a tour, or you can call us and schedule a tour in person. Like Ms. Fernandez said, we would love for you to bring your little one with you when you come to see our school. And if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to send us an email or to give us a call. But we can't wait to meet you.
Great. And with that, I want to say a big thank you to our Seedling admin team. It was so insightful to hear all of your thoughts and feedbacks about the curriculum of your program, how parents can get involved, some of the highlights, and the application process. So for anyone on this call or watching the Zoom, if you are interested in scheduling a tour or coming to visit campus, we, as Tosh McDaniel said, would love to see you. And so with that, I'm going to stop the recording now, but we hope you found this informative. You can use your phone to scan that QR code to look at more opportunities to experience the Seedling School and Foothill Country Day School. Thank you so much for being on the call, or watching us on Zoom, and we hope that we can connect in person soon.